Drunk Billionaire's Worst Night Ever. Meet Alexander Alex Sinclair, a billionaire tech mogul who built his empire on cutting-edge AI innovations. Despite his brilliance, Alex has a vice. He loves expensive liquor, wild parties, and the thrill of the unknown. Tonight, his reckless indulgence will lead him into a trap he never saw coming, because he never knew the struggles of life out of his comfort zone. Alex is restless. The deal he closed today made him another $500 million richer out of many he did even before this one, yet he still feels empty with a void in his life that he does not know how to fill. Not even his fortune manages to fill it. His assistant reminds him of an early morning meeting, but he waves it off, telling her to postpone for the next day. "Tonight I live," he mutters, pouring another glass of whiskey before calling his driver to come pick him up to go Lord knows where. Eclipse Nightclub, the club where it all started. It is packed with celebrities, influencers, and business moguls and other people. Alex walks in like he owns the place, with his arrogance hanging over his shoulders, all puffed up with pride. He is greeted by the manager with a bottle of the club's rarest whiskey. The night is young, and he is the king of the moment as always, with girls standing at a distance, having a glance at him as their target. They are plotting to sway him over. There, a group of stunning women approach him, hanging on to his every word. Veronica, tall and elegant with piercing brown eyes, leans in. "You're different," she whispers as she's softening him up, feigning curiosity. Her perfume is intoxicating, as that is a sign of a significant woman, something that made Alex to be without any suspense. "Let's take this party somewhere more private," Veronica says. Alex, blinded by his ego and the alcohol, without even questioning the stranger he just met, he nods and agrees. Off they go. Because Alex is used to having his way everywhere he is, he never even questioned the act of these beautiful women or even suspect their plot that led them to move him out of the club. For a powerful man like Alex, he was supposed to be careful, especially for people you just met, and now they are proposing for an outdoor fun. No, he just did as these women asks. The ride to nowhere and inside. The limousine ride is a blur of laughter, expensive champagne, and seductive glances. Veronica strokes Alex's hand, kisses on the cheeks while another woman pours him another drink, getting him even more drunk. He barely notices the subtle movements, one woman checking his pockets, another tapping into his phone. As everything happens so fast in his drunken state. As the car speeds through the empty streets, Veronica whispers, "We have a surprise for you." His drunken grin widens as he still doesn't get a grip on their motive. He is just excited, not even pose in his mind, or to question if this is not a setup. He replies, "I love surprises." They arrive at a grand villa, the kind that only billionaires could afford. Inside, it's an illusion of paradise. The ambience is perfect, smooth jazz, dim lighting, and a table filled with rare liquor and cigars. Veronica leads Alex to a plush couch, guiding him to sit. His vision sways, but he laughs, lifting his drink. This is paradise, as he sees it in his imaginary world. A cool hand caresses his cheek. "Close your eyes, Alex," and indeed, he did close his eyes. They really did play him, or shall we say they got him as they had what they wanted. Their plot was good. A robbery at its best, without anyone to come to his aid. His eyes flutter shut. The last thing he hears is the distant click of a phone camera. As they take a picture of a stupid, trusting rich billionaire who ever lived. Then, darkness and awakening. He finally sobers up, waking up from a room he is not familiar with. The harsh reality, a sharp headache slams Alex back into consciousness. His tongue is dry, his suit reeks of spilled alcohol. He groans, pushing himself up from a mattress where he was left lying by those girls. This isn't the villa, he mutters without even realizing the disaster he is about to discover. The room is a mess. Empty bottles, torn sheets, cigarette burns on the carpet. His Rolex watch, gone. His phone, gone. His wallet empty. He stumbles toward the mirror, barely recognizing the disheveled man staring back. His eyes dart to the glass. A message written in red lipstick. "Thanks for the memories, sweetheart. Next time, don't be so easy. Love, Veronica." At first Alex thought the message was just thanking him for the fun, although he does not remember much of what happened, but he still remembers to with a group of beautiful women. He had no idea they have cleaned him out, although he can see some of his belongings missing. The aftermath. Alex bolts a ride from the hotel, his breath ragged. He rushes to the nearest bank, hoping this is just a nightmare, or that maybe at the bank he will get a better explanation, not the tricks that his mind is giving him. "I need access to my account," he says, forcing composure, trying his level best to sun-side the reality of what could be possible. The bank teller frowns. "Sir, your account was emptied last night. Multiple international transactions. Your identity appears to have been compromised." His stomach drops. What? He now realizes he is really robbed. Security footage reveals masked figures making withdrawals, transferring funds in real time as he lay unconscious. His empire vanished in hours. For the first time in years, Alex Sinclair is powerless, no money in his life, despite the fact that he always felt empty, but at least he had something to fall back on, his riches. A lesson learned, Camar at its best, a kind that you don't wish even for your worst enemy. Now facing the disaster, after weeks of disbelief and failed attempts to retrieve his fortune, Alex accepts the truth. He was outplayed. His reckless arrogance made him a target. At least he knew that, or maybe life has taught him the hard way. He moves into a small apartment, learning to live without luxury. But instead of drowning in self-pity, he starts researching how frauds operate, how cybercrime syndicates work. He reaches out to ethical hackers, cybersecurity experts, and even former scammers. What started as survival turns into obsession. Alex becomes an expert in financial security, determined to expose schemes like the one that destroyed him. Months later, he takes the stage at a TED Talk titled, "Wealth, Wisdom, and the Cost of Arrogance." At least he is doing good with his newfound purpose and wisdom. Alex's story goes viral. People admire the billionaire who lost everything and fought to rebuild not just his fortune, but his wisdom. He launches a foundation dedicated to teaching financial literacy and cybersecurity. He partners with law enforcement to track down scammers, even helping take down the very syndicate that robbed him. One day he receives an anonymous message. "Well played, Alex. At least for a person of your status, you learned. Love, Veronica." He smirks, deletes the message, never paid much attention to it, and steps into his new life, one built not on excess, but on purpose, and did not show or try to get back at his mistakes with Veronica. Wealth without wisdom is a trap. Stupidity, as well as his arrogance, all got him into trouble, but at least never cry over spilt water. Not everyone who flatters you is your friend. Some people are just plain vultures and wicked. Stay in control of your choices, your security, and your life. Alex learned that life needs to be respected. How about you? I hope you have taken something from Alexis's experience. Thank you for watching. For more stories like this one, please like, share, and most importantly support by hitting that subscribe button.